Hi, welcome to Real Sicilian YouTube channel. This is the My Journey to Sicily podcast, and my name is Grace Balstreri. And it's been a while since I've been on this podcast, just because I've been really sick and I lost my voice completely for a while. I got it back, but it's not um, completely what it used to be, but it is definitely much better. Um, sorry, you may hear me coughing during this podcast, so I apologize for that in advance. So, basically, what we talked about last time was my experience with dual citizenship, and my where we left off was I actually called the consulate in Chicago, where I live, and they told me that I was not eligible for dual citizenship, but it turns out that I actually am. And the familial line, my ancestor that I'm eligible through is my great grandfather. His name was Nunzio Maniaci, and he was born in Torrenova, Sicily, which is a town kind of like in between Capodorlando and Sant'Agata. My great grandmother was from Sant'Agata di Militello, and he was born, he's from the town right next to hers, kind of on the way to Capodorlando. So, what I've been doing is just collecting documents, and Nunzio, my great grandfather's birth certificate, is the last one, the last document that we're waiting for. So, what I'm going to start doing is preparing my documents to be sent to my Secretary of State in Wisconsin to get an apostille, it's called, or apostille. Um, and then they all need to be sealed through the Secretary of State of your local state, wherever you're from. So that's my next step in this process of dual citizenship. We also touched on the different routes of dual citizenship that you can apply through. You can go through your consulate. You can go to um, through a court case in Italy. So you get a no appointment case, or you can actually apply in Italy. So those are your options. Now, the consulate in Chicago has no appointments available. So that's why there's that no appointment case is available as an option through the Italian court system. So that's why those are available. And I'm sure there's other options, but those were the three that were available to me. My plan is to apply in Italy. Um, so, that's where I'm at. Now, the next thing that we kind of like talk about, like in our family, and then also in my mind, like logistically, my plans is my exit strategy, like, you know, removing myself from US life. And one of the things that's really driving my move is my study of like the blue zones um, and just a healthier lifestyle, a different type of lifestyle. And also within that is I want to kind of like transition and shed this lifestyle of consumerism and just living to just go to work and pay bills and buy things. And that's basically like the bane of your existence, is just to earn money and then spend it on just things. And that's the only reason why you exist. And like you basically just spend all your time either at work or at home. And it's very isolating lifestyle. And um, you really, like what good is it to have all these things and items if you really don't, have a life and go out and have the money to go out to dinner with friends, or, you don't have the energy or the drive to, you know, go for a walk or go experience the beautiful things that are around you. So that's kind of like my process. So what I've been doing is I'm selling a lot of my stuff on like Poshmark or Facebook Marketplace, like, things that I just don't use anymore that are really good condition. If there's things that I don't use or need that can be donated, I'll donate them. Also, that things that I don't need, I will throw away. Um, and some things that we like pictures that I have, linens and things from my great grandmother that she gave to my grandmother when she got married. I have, you know, um, breakable china that's been passed down through my grandparents. And what am I going to do with all this stuff? Like, what is anything like super sentimental to me that I'm going to take with me over there? How am I going to get it over there? So, excuse me, I'm kind of in that exit strategy mindset of, okay, I'm going to be not living in the United States within a year. So, do I need to buy a new comforter set for the fall or the winter or the spring? Do I need to do this? No, I don't, because, I'm just going to use what I have, and then when I'm, and then sell it or donate it or throw it away when I'm ready to move. So if you're like really in the decision making process, like, okay, I'm doing this and I'm going to do this within 2 years or 3 years or 1 year or 6 months, you set a goal for yourself, and then you can start like really diving in to this exit strategy, and this moving mentality. Like, okay, I'm going to be moving. This is going to be my new life. That this is going to be the culture that I'm going to be in, and these are the things that are going to be important to me in my new life. And you can start actually incorporating that into your day to day while you're still in the United States. Um, I don't have a job here, so I don't have to worry about like giving notice or, what I'm going to do, um, as far as like to earn money or anything like that. Um, and, you know, each person that makes this decision is going to have their own personalized plan of what they're going to do, like their checklist, their timelines of when things are going to happen and how they're going to happen is really going to be personalized to your life, um, and to what you need. Now, the next thing that I've been planning and really trying to make a decision, which has been really, really hard. This has been the Achilles heel here, is how to get my three dogs to Italy and what that looks like. How much is that going to cost? What can I even do that? Like, is that even possible? So that is the biggest hurdle, um, because of finances. If I had the money, it would be a no-brainer. There's going to be three options. Number one is flying commercial, and then your dog goes into a crate, and then they go into the cargo hold, of the plane, and then, you know, that's where they travel. The second option is there's a cruise from New York to either England or Germany. The majority of the destination is going to be to England. So you get yourself, like, I'm from Wisconsin, so I'd have to get myself from Wisconsin to New York with my dogs, so probably driving. And then I get on the cruise ship for 7 days, bring them across the ocean. Then I get to England. Then somehow I've got to get from England to Palermo, and then from Palermo to the town where I live. So it's definitely something that you have to plan and think about rather extensively. Um, so that's one option, is taking the cruise. The second is, I found a Facebook page that actually charters private jets for dogs to travel. And then there's also a new airline that is basically along that lines of it's a charter jet, for dogs. And then, so they charge you for your dog, and then you basically fly for free. It's kind of cute. So it's like the human, is just coming along. Um, so those are the three options that are like in my under my radar right now, and um, Obviously, the private jet option is quite expensive. It's probably, $8 to $10,000 per pet. And if you compare that to like a first class commercial ticket, I think on Lufthansa, the last time I checked, it was like $14,000 for first class. Um, and I don't even know if they would allow your pet to travel with you in first class or not. I'd have to call them. So it is like a lot less expensive than a first class commercial option. There is one other airline that I think goes from New York to Paris, and they allow pets, but I really don't remember what the exact like rules are for the pet. Um, so those are the options for me that I've encountered so far. Um, if if you do have pets, that is a big deal. To try to think about this, it is a big deal, and it is going to take some planning, and it is going to take some ahead of time think. Like I know the cruise, the from New York to England, there's only 11 kennels on each ship, so there's a waiting list, and you have to like. I think the next open spot is October of 2025, and that was as of like 2 weeks ago. So those could even those dates could actually be moved out, and then you have to pay. I think it's like under $500, so it's not too bad for each, like to get your spot for you and your pets on the ship. So that is definitely like, I mean, we're in April of 2024, so that's a good year and a half out of being able to take your pet over there if you want to go via ship. So that is definitely planning ahead. So those are the things that I have been researching and putting in front of me to kind of like make decisions on how I'm going to, exit from the United States when I move to Italy, what that's going to look like, all that planning that comes into play. So that's where I'm at in my journey to Sicily right now. Um, this is more like informative. It might be, but this is all part of the process, and that is something that I can, that I will be offering is services on, consultations on how to plan your exit strategy and creating a timeline and creating a goal, and then the checklist that go along with that, so that you have, an easy time transitioning and doing and hitting your targets of when you need to accomplish and make decisions on each step of the process of moving. And it may take you 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, but you just have to be patient and have a good solid plan, and you can make it happen. It's definitely possible, and it just takes some commitment and planning. So thank you. That this is a shorter podcast today, a shorter episode, but gonna rest my voice now. But I wanted to just give you guys an update on what I've been working on, and what we've been doing over here so far. So thank you very much, and have a good night, everyone.